In this video we're going to look at leaving our answers in exact values. Basically, if you think about it, sometimes you'll end up finishing off a question by doing the square root of something. So for instance, the square root of 5, and when you type that into your calculator, that comes out as 2.2360679, etc, etc. And because this is a surd, this kind of decimal string here, that never ever ends, that will go on forever. So obviously we're going to have to round it and choose a number of decimal places. The problem is, as soon as you round a number like this, then it's no longer the exact answer, it's an approximation. So what we have then is, say, let's say 2.24. So that's the 2 decimal places. Okay, now, as I said there, because I've actually rounded this root 5, I've worked out root 5 in the calculator, and I've taken that and I've rounded it, that's no longer exact. So the actual exact value solution is actually just leaving it in this form here, root 5. So when you see a question that asks you for an exact value solution, then there's a good chance it might be a Surds question, and therefore you're going to have to leave your answer in this form here. So let's have a look at that. If we take this example here, where it asks you to find, again, the exact value of x, then we need to make sure that when we get to the part where we'd normally reach for a calculator to put in the square root of something, that we don't do that and we just leave it as a surd. So hopefully you'll recognise this question as being a Pythagoras' theorem question. We are looking for this x here, which is opposite the right angle. Remember, the side opposite the right angle, the longest side of the triangle is the hypotenuse. So I'm going to quickly write out a hypotenuse there. And then Pythagoras says that the hypotenuse squared is equal to one side squared plus the other side squared. So what we do then is we say, well, x is then equal to, because I want to take the square root of this side to get x, I'm going to take the square root of this side as well. So it's the square root of 2 squared plus 4 squared. And I'm going to start to work that out. Now, normally I would just be typing this into my calculator as it stands there and rounding it to a number of decimal places. But because here it says exact value, I don't really want to go near the calculator. I want to just slowly work that out bit by bit. So 2 squared is 4, and 4 squared is 16, and that is then root 20. The one thing I should do, though, is I should try and check that the surd part here can't be simplified any further. Now, root 20 can be simplified. The square number that goes into 20 is 4. It's 4 times 5 is 20. So I can actually put that as root 4 root 5, which is just 2 root 5 centimetres. So this value here, rather than typing root 20 into my calculator or just typing it into my calculator at this stage and rounding it to a number of decimal places, I'm leaving it in that surd form because I want an exact value solution.